Hello, guerreras and guerreros. This is Laura, and
Anna and Alex.
we're so excited today to be talking about one of you all's favorite topics, I think, and it's Disney. So, we're going to cover a topic that we haven't covered before, which is Disney content. So, the Disney parks and Disney worlds that, as you may remember last year, Ale and I went to. And then we're also going to cover the most recent Disney park that I've gone to, which is Disneyland in Tokyo. So we're going to be doing a comparison of how the parks are and the content that they have inside and the fun attractions and everything about it. So with that being said, let's get this show on the road.
All right. Well, before we dive in, I wanted to ask Laura how everything is going. I know you all might not believe us, but this is like one of the few times that we get to catch up because of our busy mom life,
The
kids,
time's
everything,
different.
working moms, like the time difference has been crazy. So I wanted to see like what have y'all been up to? What are the fun, awesome things that you guys have been doing in Japan?
So I think you guys have, if you follow us on Instagram at Driven Latinas, you may have seen some of our adventures. So we've gone to Universal, we've gone to Kyoto, we've gone to Osaka, we've gone to most recently Disneyland in Tokyo. So I'm so excited to be able to share that with you guys today. You can hear it in my voice. I'm just excited about that whole trip in general. But planned, we also have going back to Tokyo. We are going to be doing the Gundam Factory. So if any of you have ever watched when you were little, those soldiers cartoons, sorry, not soldiers, robot cartoons that are huge and ginormous,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to go see them this weekend. So we're going to be going for my husband's birthday. We're going to be going to Tokyo, and we're going to have so much fun because they actually have the biggest one. I think it's in the world of a actual robot that moves, like that actually moves, like automate, like a animatronics of a robot that actually moves, and it's ginormous. So you guys will be checking that out this weekend on our Instagram at Driven Latinas if you guys want to see how that trip goes. I'm excited to see Lily's expression as I always am with everything. So I
Oh,
think I joked around with my husband. I was like, who knows? Maybe she'll want to be an engineer
I
after
know.
this visit. We'll find out, but that's what we'll be doing. And then we also have plans. So check it out too in the future to go look at a monkey park. So it's literally a park,
What? You
like a
haven't gone to that
playground.
one, or you guys
We
already
have
went?
not, no, we have not gone. That is our plan. That is in our plans to go
Oh my
to,
goodness.
they call it Monkey Park. It is literally a playground, and there is monkeys like so close to you.
Oh
Like
my
you
God.
can literally like, I don't know if you can touch them, but you could touch them if you wanted to touch them. I'm not going to touch them, and I'm not going to let my little girl touch them, but that's also in our future plans. So be on the lookout because we'll be having a lot more other fun things.
Hanging out with monkeys and parks. And no, I
And robots.
know. No,
And
we've just
robots.
it's spooky season, so apologize in advance, everyone. Like since our time differences are crazy, so it's
Yeah.
nighttime here, so I'm literally
Yeah.
getting ready for bed.
Yeah. For bed.
Laura's like, what? It's like
Starting my morning.
lunchtime.
Yes.
So
Around lunchtime.
So that's why I'm using this awesome makeup filter on the YouTube channel. But I promise, like, moving forward, hopefully, we'll have a full face and you guys see all the
No worries. You look
yes.
fine anyway. So even if
And
you were like this, it'd be fine.
I
Our
know.
listeners understand that we're in different time zones.
So we
So no
have
worries.
a autumn theme going on right now with our virtual Zoom meeting now. So I hope you guys enjoy. But for us, yeah, everything spooky is what we're trying to do here. So we have planned the Arboretum, the Dallas Arboretum. It's so nice seeing all the fall pumpkins and the fall theme everywhere. And then of course, just we really want to do I believe it's called like the Halloween lights in Frisco. That looks really cool. They have a
Mm.
lot of kid friendly activities, and so that's something that we're
And
looking
of course
forward
the trick or treating. Oh my
Yes, I had
gosh.
made my daughter's costume, so I will show you guys the process on my story. So make sure you follow us at Driven Latinas. You guys are going to love it. So I'm not even gonna say what it is yet until you
Okay.
guys see it on the story. That way it
Okay.
pushes you guys to
Okay. It's a
um,
surprise.
but I did record myself creating it, so that way if anybody wants an idea either for next year or this year, you guys can follow along and get some tips. But
That's so awesome. You know, I want to tell you, like, that is such a difference in Japan that I do miss, like the Arboretum. Like, I haven't seen any like Halloween themed ones. I need to go out and check them out more, but I know that that one was always so beautifully done. And then also like your Halloween pictures, like, we haven't done that here. We don't see a whole lot of people either like dressing, at least not in Nagoya, like dressing
really,
like orange and black. Like we did it for Disneyland ourselves, but like we don't see a lot of people doing that here. And then also there's no trick or treating in Japan.
what?
So I'm going to miss that. Yeah. So you're lucky. Like all of you in America are so lucky. You get to go home by home and ask for candy. And that's not really a thing here in Japan. So that's going to be one of the big things we miss this year. We are going to a Halloween party with our Canadian friends that they invited us. So the girls, Lily has a 2-year-old friend too. So they'll be like trick or treating amongst each other, like giving them candy, but it's not going to be like the American experience of like
Yeah.
going house to house and asking for candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I know that's one of the big things that like even my daughter is going to miss because she'll cry about it like Lily's not
No,
gonna be with us because that was like
I
one of our
know.
traditions to always take the kids out
Yeah.
to go trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. But I know that
Yeah.
I just want the time to go by faster so that way my
They
sister
can go back
and
to
we
it
can go
again.
back to the
Yeah.
normal. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
I know it's so sad. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm going to snuggle up in my cheetah onesie that I'm wearing, and we're
And
going
me and my sweater, comfy sweater
yes,
time.
we're going to get this show on the road, and we're going to
Yes.
compare everything there is to know between the
Disney World,
Disney
Florida.
World in Florida and the Disney World in Japan. So with that
Yes.
being said, let's get this show on the road.
Let's get it started, girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell
So
me. So
I
what was
can,
the main thing
yes.
you noticed?
Okay. So you all know Disney World in Florida is ginormous. It has 4 different parks. So we go through them. It's Magical Kingdom, which has a beautiful traditional castle that you see in all the movies, like the one with the little star that goes over the castle. That's Magic Kingdom. And then there's Animal Kingdom in Disney World too, which is all about animals. So like the super famous safari is there. And then you have Epcot is another one. And so the famous like landmark in that one is that huge giant like
The
it looks
ball,
like a
the
golf ball.
spear. Yeah,
It looks like a golf ball to me,
it
but I
does.
don't know what it's called. But it's like the huge giant ball. And then I'm missing one park. Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and
Hollywood or
Hollywood, yes,
yeah.
Hollywood Studios. So then, yes, thank you, thank you.
Uh-huh.
That is Star Wars. So Galaxy, like
Yeah.
that is like the big thing in that park, and that's one of the biggest things that it's known for. But in the landmark that it has, it's like a hotel, like an old school hotel. That's it reminds me of Halloween for some reason, but it's like orange. So that's and it's a ride too. So then that's Hollywood Studios. How can I forget that? So important. It's actually so we talk about those 4 parks and their popularity in America, in the States, as I call them now. I call you guys now. I say in the States. Now that I'm in Japan, I call America in the States. So in the States, the
Real
most popular park,
fancy.
I know, so fancy. It's like I'm all that. But the Hollywood one is actually the most popular one when it comes to like people trying to reserve and get tickets like way in advance. Like those tickets sell out faster than anything because of Star Wars.
Oh,
And the Rise of the Resistance is the most like popular ride there too. So it's like one of the biggest reasons why people want to go. The ride is so much fun. We did it when we went. You guys
oh
had
yeah.
me, your handy dandy organizer that knew how to get the tickets
That's so
because
awesome.
yeah, you have to get in the park in order to get tickets to the Rise of the Resistance, and we did do that. And we were able to find a time spot so that we can go and check it out. So that's like the super popular one right now in the States.
Mm.
So about that one, you will remember us. If you also see our, I don't know if we put content on it. I think we may have it on Instagram. So you may want to check out like some of those older videos where we went on the Rise of the Resistance. You may see a lot of like galaxy pictures. We were lucky during that time because we did have like a couples night out without kids.
Oh,
So
yes.
that was a park that we decided to do it because it's less kid friendly. The rides are more for grown-ups. Um, I would say since just be prepared though. Those are kind of like the pluses, right? Like what it's known for, what it's popular for. The vibe is maybe more teenagers and adults versus like, Magic Kingdom, which has more like kids. So for sure, super fun place, super popular in the States, the most popular place in the States as of now. Those are all the pluses. Now the cons are it's a small park. It is not it is not super big. So there's a lot of crowds if you go in a very busy season, which we did when we went, it was in July. So you'll bump into like very long lines to look at things,
Oh,
like
I
very,
see.
yeah, long lines, typically of 45 minutes, which is pretty lengthy. Like if you're taking like kiddos, like
And they
it's,
don't have like the apps where you can like virtually stand in line.
so when we went, I think they did. I'm trying to remember back a year. It may have
Oh, when
changed
we went to
now.
Florida, yes, we were able to reserve a
Use
slot.
the apps. So use the apps and
Yes.
reserve slots.
But I
So
was
they
talking
have,
about Japan. Do they?
oh, Japan. Yes. So Japan does. So like going back to or starting with Japan, Japan is very interesting. It does have apps that you can use, but you have to get into the park first.
Oh, wow.
Like in America, I feel like overall
Mhm.
it's very digitized experience. Like there's a lot of like your tickets are online and your experience. Like I remember the second time when we went to Animal Kingdom and Epcot, we were able to use our app to get into it. It's like you use the app and then you reserve a spot. And then once you use that spot, you get to use another one. I think it was called like the Genie app or something. So it was awesome. So digitized. In Japan, it's like more manual. Like it's so weird. Even Universal was like this too. And Disneyland is kind of like this also in
Mm.
Tokyo Disneyland. It's more like you go in there and you reserve only the most popular rides, which in this case was um the Beauty and the Beast that I talk so much on Instagram about. And then it's also there was another one. This is how not that's not the what is it called? The one with
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, thank
Okay.
you. So those two are like the most popular. So then you can save the spot, but they don't have fast passes at the moment. And they only have like those like you can get in you can like specific rides you can go in at a certain time. But what I will say about Tokyo Disneyland and why I loved it so much more than any park in the States in Disney World, Florida, is that the lines were much faster.
Really?
So the longest that we waited in a line was like 30 minutes. Obviously, like the bigger rides had a little bit longer wait time, but Lily's too small to get into those
Yeah.
bigger rides anyways. So I would say for a toddler, which Lily is a toddler, Disneyland Tokyo was so much fun with a toddler. I would recommend Disneyland Japan for any family like with a toddler, like you're going to love it. You're going to have so much fun. The lines are going to be there's going to be a crowd, don't get me wrong. There's going to be a lot of people, but the lines are going to be fast. And honestly, I didn't feel as congested. I felt like I was having a merry time when
Mm.
I was in the States and when it was so busy, and also maybe the time of year didn't help because it was like in the summer. It sometimes I just felt like, oh my God, I'm so tired. It's so hot. Like there's so many people, the lines are so long. And here I never felt that way. Like we were literally like, go, 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 ride, ride, ride. We got on so many rides. Maybe 8 rides in one day,
Oh, that's
like
good.
back to
How
back,
many
and
days
then
were you
like
guys
breaks.
there at the
We
trip?
were there 2 days in Disneyland. We
Oh,
were there 2 days, and
nice.
it was yeah, we were and it honestly, like, I don't think we needed more time. We were able to explore all the different little sections within those 2 days.
Mhm.
Like I said, Lily's, 2 and she's not tall. So, well, she is actually really tall for a 2-year-old, but she's not like the
Yeah.
height requirement for the bigger rides. But Disneyland in Tokyo is not meant for teenagers. Like, I don't think so because all the rides for the most part, like Lily was fine.
Mm.
Very few was she not able to get in. And somehow the Japanese have perfected efficiency with these lines
That's
that
awesome.
they make you feel like you're not waiting because they're kind of really long lines that swirl and swirl and swirl like this. Like they swirl but because they're so long, like you're not like standing. I think
Yeah.
from a toddler, like they hate that, right? Like
Mhm.
standing in one place. So you're always moving, slowly, but you're moving. So like Lily's entertained because she's like touching the rails and then she's like walking and then she's touching something else and then she's walking. And
Oh,
so she loved it. Like it was so good. The people also, like, I think, customer friendly and service comparing the States and then Disney, it like,
hands down.
Tokyo, yeah, Tokyo hands down has even more friendlier like crew,
Oh,
like
that's
Disney crew.
awesome.
They're so friendly, they're so nice, they're so engaging with like Lily. They were so like hi, or
Yeah.
once they found out we didn't know Japanese, they would be like speak English. Like a lot of them, I would say every single Disney crew character we spoke to knew English. I don't know if it's part of like their training or their requirement because they used to get a lot of tourists from America, but they knew English and so
Awesome.
they would help us, yeah, like anything they needed and they were happy about it. Like it wasn't like you were
Yeah.
inconveniencing them, like they're just like, it was awesome. I feel like it was so good. You all, like, I honestly feel like my experience, not that Disney World in Florida wasn't fun because it was like my favorite park. So I've been to the 4 parks in Disney Florida. My favorite park is Epcot, and it's very underrated. So it's actually not like when you think of all the other people of the popularity of the parks, Universal Studios is the most popular, and then Magic Kingdom, which has a castle. And then I think it would be like Animal Kingdom where the tickets get sold out, and then Epcot. So when you compare what everybody else likes versus what I like, I'm different. I
Yeah.
because I didn't like I don't I feel like Epcot, so the way that Epcot is and the reason why it's my favorite Florida amusement park is because it's huge. There's
Yeah.
so much space. It's the biggest park, like space wise. And so when you're a mom with a big stroller,
Roller, yeah.
like I have, like I need space. I don't want to be bumping into people like every 2 minutes, like, or every
Yeah.
second that I'm like trying to push a stroller. Epcot was huge. And the thing that I liked about Epcot is that it has different parts of the world. So it has like a place that looks European, a place that looks, it's a Mexican area where they theme Coco. Like
Oh,
there's
I love
so,
that.
there's so many like
Yeah.
worlds within Epcot that you literally feel like you're stepping into a new country. And so for someone like me that hasn't in real life visited around the world
Yeah.
globally, like before, now I'm like in Japan, but before I hadn't, the architecture of how they built those places felt so real. Like you were stepping into France and you were stepping into, plus they add Disney, right? So it's not like you're just stepping into like those countries, but you're also stepping into a Disney theme. So like Belle, for example, like would be incorporated in that. And then like you step into like the Asian culture and then you see like Mulan, for example, like being themed in there. And there's just so that is more adult park. Epcot is more adult. More than Animal Kingdom is more for kids. I would say Magic Kingdom's more for kids. Hollywood is more for adults. And Epcot for me was perfect. They also had alcoholic drinks like everywhere.
What? Really?
Yes. So I would say Epcot if you are For me, again, this is me against popular opinion. I think it's so
If not
underrated.
in Florida.
In
Or
Florida,
in Florida,
yes, in
yeah.
Florida.
Okay.
So underrated. It's actually so much fun. If you're going with a toddler, put them in the stroller, let them run around because there's so much space in between like different places of the park that they can just run around, get their energy out. But mom and dad or mom or dad are having so much fun individually, like even though oh, and then also the rides there. I'm a nerd, so they have like so much information on like the solar system and Earth, and they, if you're a nerd and technology too, like engineering and things like that, like if you're, like to get educated and also have fun, like you can go on those rides too and have education on the way. So that's Epcot, my favorite one in the States, in Florida. Disneyland, my favorite overall park, overall, overall in the
All of
world
them.
that I know
Okay, I
as of
have to
now.
ask this one because I thought about it right now when I saw you, because I feel like, how is the food over there in Japan in Disney
Yeah, yeah.
compared to the food in Florida? Because
Ooh,
honestly, guys,
that's a
I
hard
see
one.
my sister every time we do this
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah,
and she looks so
yeah,
skinny, like
yeah,
so skinny.
yeah.
So you gotta tell us,
Thanks.
is the food
Yeah,
healthier or?
yeah. I would say the food is for sure healthier here in Japan. Like here and Disneyland too, even like I think it's less processed. I don't want to say like I'm still eating a lot of carbs. I'm still eating like a lot of ramen. I'm eating a lot of rice every day. I'm eating a lot of chicken. Like, but it's less processed. So it's more organic. Even the milk, when I taste the milk here, honestly, I don't like it. I'm like, it tastes like the milk from a cow. Like, but
Oh,
it's
I
it's
see.
better for you. It's better for you, but I'm not used to it. I'm used to watered down 2% milk in the
Yeah,
States.
that's true.
So it tastes more like water than like real milk. And so for sure Japan is stricter when it comes to the regulations on food. And it's more healthy for a person, even though it's still like carbs and burgers and meat, but it's just less processed, which makes it healthier. I think. And it is help, of course, walking too is helping me like lose weight. I've lost like 5 pounds since I've been here.
Wow.
Not really changing my diet, just that the food is not as processed as it is in the States, and walking. That's all. I'm not like I'm not trying. Like I'm not exercising every day and stuff like I used to back in the States.
That's good. No, that's definitely what I noticed. I was like, oh my God, she
Mhm.
definitely has lost weight. I could
Yeah.
tell from your
Thanks.
face. And
Thanks.
because
I'm
of
not
that,
trying.
people, just in case the haters out there, I guess I
Yeah.
did take the eyebrows off on the video. Or too much. It's because on the Zoom, I love to play around with the filter, especially because, like I said, it's nighttime here and daytime
Yeah.
is. So I'm ready to go to bed
Yeah.
right after this. But no, yeah, definitely I noticed the weight loss for sure. So I'm excited that the food over there is healthier. I've
Yeah.
always wondered that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are on TikTok that I've seen have wondered that. Like they're like, I just need to move out of the state because I feel like we have so much processed food here in the United
Yeah.
States. But
It
no, so I
is.
guess you agree that it is healthy
Yeah.
in
I
Japan.
agree. It's healthier in the sense that it's less processed, but I'm still eating the same types of food. So I don't want to trick anybody to think I'm eating salads. No, I'm not. I'm
That's
just
awesome.
I'm still eating carbs, just
Yeah,
less processed carbs.
that's awesome. No, and so my other question was, what is your favorite like go-to, I guess, or what was your favorite? Because I know I saw a lot of content when you were posting when you guys went on Instagram, but I saw all the
Mm,
snacks and I was like, okay, which one was your
yeah.
favorite one, your go-to?
Ooh. There is oh, I don't know. Because you know that like here I feel like they put extra attention to detail.
Yes.
So all of the desserts are so tasty. Um
Lily
I
had one. It was like a mini ears. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, the
Yeah.
lollipop. So that was Lily's favorite for sure because she kept
Oh.
asking for it even when we left. She's like, "Mommy, Mickey Mouse lollipop," and I was like, "I can get you ice cream." She's like, "No, Mickey Mouse lollipop." I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, we don't have that one." That was Lily's favorite for sure, but I would say for me, and I don't even like coffee. There's a tiramisu ice cream that was so good in Disney, and I think if people love coffee, you would love this one more because it's not so much sugar. It's more like, I don't know, like just taste. Like all of the ingredients combined make it taste so good. Like they put so much care into
Attention to
how it
detail.
looks.
Yeah.
Yes, attention to
Like the
detail and the
aesthetic of
quality.
it all.
Yeah, and the
The taste.
taste of it at the end. Yeah,
That's good. So
it's been
very
really good.
good quality. Um,
Hmm.
but I was going to ask, so as far as like because I know it took us forever. We didn't even go deep into the parks, like when we went with all the
Hmm.
kids that year. But how, like, I guess, did y'all get to go explore everything that you had planned before, or did you all have to like pick and choose?
No, no, we were able because we were there for 2 days. So the difference between like Disneyland in Tokyo and Disneyland in Florida is that there's 4 parks in Florida, but there's only 1 park in Tokyo. So it's not as big. It's not huge like in Florida. It's not a world. It's literally just 1 park. So we were able to explore everything. Oh, and I remembered something. I'm so happy I remembered.
Okay.
Characters. There's so many more characters I feel in Disneyland, and you get to enter here in Tokyo, and you get to interact with them so much more than in the States. Like in the States, they're, like there's so many people that want to see the
Yeah.
characters. I feel like you don't have a chance to like really go up to one and like try to take a picture or try to like interact with them, like especially for Lily. Like she's not about the picture, she's about like the
Oh,
experience.
and I did see
So
her like talking to them,
yeah,
and then they were like saying hi,
so
and just
sweet.
getting so
Yeah.
shy.
They
I
would like have a connection with you, not just like, oh, quickly, quickly, take a picture, say cheese. Okay, bye, bye, next person. Like that's how I feel in the States. It's like rush because there's so many other people that want it. And here it's more about the
they take their
experience.
time.
Yeah,
Oh,
to get to know the kiddo. Yeah. It's very sweet. So that's another plus for Disneyland here.
so all in all, Japan is what I'm hearing is probably what you.
Yeah. My preference is Japan, all in all, being honest with you guys. I do love Epcot though. Is from all of the Disney World parks in Florida, that one is close to Disneyland. Yeah.
All right, guys. So I
Mhm.
will let you guys know when Alex takes Japan, and then I will post more content so
Let
I
me
can
know
give you
too.
my side, and then we'll see if we have the same opinion of which one we love better.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I look forward to that.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to add before you close out our
No, I think I
episode?
gave all my biggest highlights of everything. Um, of everything that I could think of right now. So I think it's good. But if you all have any questions, I know some of you message us through at Driven Latinas Messenger. So just keep doing it. I'll keep responding to any other questions you all may have.
I know, and we'll put a highlight on our Instagram at Driven Latinas, so that way you can only see the content from Disney Japan. And then, of
Mhm.
course, if you look for Disney Florida, you guys can see that one on the highlights as well. But with that being said, guys, remember, somos hermanas, and together we
There
are
we are, Driven
Driven
Latinas.
Latinas.